When you think of Spanish wine, a few big names probably pop into your head, right? But what if I told you that right in the heart of Spain, there's this huge ancient kingdom that's actually one of the most exciting and diverse wine regions on the planet? Yeah, we're going to dive into Castilla y León. And to really get a feel for this place, we're going to look at it through the eyes of a sommelier. They see it not just as, a spot on a map, but as a real journey. So this isn't going to be some dry facts and figures thing. Nope. We're getting into the soul of the wine, from the dirt all the way to the glass. And that soul, it's all about contrast. Seriously, Castilla y León is a land of extremes. It's a kingdom of vines shaped by these powerful, almost opposing forces. And that is what creates wines with such an unforgettable personality. So it kind of tells you, right? If you want to get the wine, you've got to get the land first. So let's do that. Let's start with the absolute foundation of everything, the terroir. That special mix of climate, the altitude, and the soil that really gives a wine its unique fingerprint. Okay, first piece of the puzzle, the climate. We're talking a continental climate here, and let me tell you, that means it is tough. Think brutal, freezing winters, and then bam, scorching hot, bone-dry summers. It forces these poor vines to really struggle, to dig their roots way down deep just to find water. But here's the crazy part. That struggle, that's the secret sauce. It's what makes the grapes so incredibly intense and packed with flavor. But it's not just the climate. The region's got this secret weapon, and it's altitude. Most of the vineyards here are planted way, way up. We're talking between 600 and over 1,000 meters. Being up that high means cooler temps, especially when the sun goes down, but also super intense sunlight during the day. And that combo, oh man, it's absolutely crucial for building complex flavors. And then, of course, there's what's under your feet, the ground itself. The soil here is anything but simple. It's this incredible mosaic. You've got limestone that brings elegance, clay for that powerful backbone, slate for a stony minerality, and even sand. It's this wild mix of geology that lets Castilla y León produce just a fascinating range of different wine styles, all from the same kingdom. Okay, so let's put all those pieces together. What you get is something you could almost call a dance of fire and ice, right? Those scorching hot days are building up all that intense, ripe fruit flavor and deep dark color. But then the cold nights swoop in and act like a break, preserving all that crisp, natural acidity. It keeps the wines fresh and helps those complex aromas pop. This massive temperature swing between day and night, that is the magic ingredient. It's what allows for perfectly balanced, truly world-class wines. All right, so now that we've got a handle on the terroir, the why, let's go see it in action. Let's see how it all plays out across the kingdom. We're going to take a little tour of the three biggest titans, the most famous denominations of origin. First stop, Ribera del Duero. This place is, without a doubt, the jewel in the crown. If you're looking for some of Spain's most powerful, structured, built-to-last red wines, well, you've come to the right place. The star of the show here is Tempranillo, though the locals call it Tinto Fino. And the wines it makes, they're bold, they're complex, just bursting with dark fruits. Think blackberry, plum, and then you get these layers of spice from the time they spend in oak barrels. But what really defines them, what sets them apart, is their structure. We're talking firm tannins that mean these wines can age gracefully for decades. Listen to this description from our source. It just says it all. A deep ruby color, tannins that are firm but also feel like velvet, and a finish that's so long it leaves a lasting memory. Wow, that's the heart and soul of Ribera del Duero right there. Okay, now let's do a complete 180. We're heading to our second stop, Reda, which is basically the kingdom's capital for white wine. So if Ribera del Duero was all about power and structure, Reda is all about pure, vibrant, aromatic freshness. And the hero grape here is Verdejo. And when I say aromatic, I mean it. These wines just jump out of the glass. You get this zesty citrus, like grapefruit, but also these cool notes of fresh herbs, maybe some fennel or bay leaf. But the thing that makes them so uniquely them is this almost electric acidity and a signature mineral streak. It's kind of like the smell of whetstones after a rainstorm. And our source points out something really interesting and, unique. It's this characteristic bitter touch at the very end. Now that might sound bad, but it's not a flaw at all. It's actually the hallmark of a really good Verdejo. It's this clean, pleasant, almost almond skin bitterness that adds another layer of complexity and, frankly, just makes you want to take another sip. Okay, for our last stop, we're heading over to the northwest corner of the kingdom, to a place called Bierzo. Now, the climate here is a little different. It's closer to the coast, so it gets more of that cool, breezy influence from the Atlantic Ocean. And the result? Red wines that are all about elegance and minerality.
The grape you need to know here is Mencia. And just forget everything we said about the dark, powerful fruit of Ribera. Mencia is the opposite. It's all about bright, fresh red fruits, think cherries and raspberries, and these beautiful, delicate floral aromas. The tannins are silky smooth, not grippy at all, and the wines have this amazing minerality that comes directly from the slate soils in the area.
Fresh, vibrant, silky, harmonious. I mean, those are the kinds of words you hear about Bierzo. It is a world away from the sheer power of Ribera del Duero, and it just perfectly highlights the incredible range, the amazing diversity you can find all within this one single region.
So we've talked about the land. We've talked about the amazing wines that come from it. But there's another piece to this puzzle, a really crucial one, the human element, the winemakers. Because what's happening here is this totally fascinating blend of ancient history and super modern, cutting-edge ideas. And I mean it when I say the roots run deep. We're talking over 2,000 years deep. You have the Romans, who were the first to plant vines here. Then you have the monasteries in the Middle Ages, who basically saved and perfected winemaking through some pretty dark times, all the way up to the modern era, when they established the quality standards we see today. It's this immense legacy, and you can bet it influences every single choice a winemaker makes. And this really gets to the heart of what modern winemaking in Castilla y León is all about. It's not about choosing between the old ways and the new ways. It's about blending them seamlessly. They cherish their old vines and their history, but they're also all in on innovation, using things like precision viticulture and focusing really hard on sustainability. At the end of the day, it's all about pushing for even better quality. So this delicate dance between the past and the future, it kind of brings us to our final thought here. Look, like any major wine region in the world today, Castilla y León is facing some real challenges. But if there's one thing its long history has taught it, it's how to be incredibly resilient. And that really leaves us with one big question, right? In a world with crazy competition, in a climate that's changing faster than ever, can this ancient kingdom's vines keep thriving? Can they adapt? Well, when you look at 2,000 years of history, of resilience, and you see how they're embracing the future, the answer feels like a pretty confident yes. It's a story that's still being written, one harvest at a time.